Good day, investors. This is your number one operator, Victoria, Vicrest Properties. This is Vicrest Real Estate Talk. Happy New Year to you. You're welcome to the year 2024. Today, we'll be treating a new topic: Nigeria real estate and economy meltdown. Sustaining the hard times. If you're watching this video for the first time, you're welcome. Please do smash the subscription button of this YouTube channel to subscribe, so you always be notified of every latest update, every latest notification. You're returning subscriber. Thank you for always watching our videos. Like our page, comment. If you've not subscribed yet, please do smash the subscription button of this YouTube channel to subscribe. Please, you can also share with your friends and families. I would like you to sit down, depending on your weather. You can grab your hot tea, your hot coffee, or your children and watch this video to the end as I go on this topic: Nigeria real estate and economy meltdown, sustaining the hard times. I just want to talk about what is going on right now, the economy meltdown, what individual is facing now, inflation, consumer spending. What growth is expected to rise to 2.1% in 2024, according to Global Economic Outlook report. You see, Europe is in recession right now. US, as the biggest economy in the world, is also going to fall into deep recession this year. US Federal Reserve has been cutting rates more than 3 times last year, and it seems it's not going to work to bring the inflation down. And it seems it's going to hurt the rich people more than the average person due to the new economy. All over Europe and America, thousands of layoffs that happened throughout last year is going to have a huge impact on Western economy because of the loss of job last year. Even the second biggest economy in the world, which is China, the unemployment rate in urban area in China is 5.2% now. China youth unemployment rose. Before it was 15.4%. Because of what is going on in the global economy right now, it has risen to 21% as of late last year. In Nigeria, youth unemployment is almost 10% statistically, but we know it's more than that. It shows that the world economy is in danger right now. The reason why I'm saying this is that people should buckle up. We should start going to small home garden. People should start having garden in their backyard, because we cannot rely on government anymore. Banks are bankrupt. The northern part of Nigeria cannot sustain food distribution to the eastern, western, and southern part of Nigeria due to the large population. That is more than 250 million people. The reality of the world economy is not really certain. I don't see anything coming down till 2026. That is why I'm showing you an example of my little garden in my apartment. It's our culture in the olden days. Even when you have professional job, you still have garden in your house. You don't need to own a house. You don't need to build a house before you can start having garden in your house. Even your little apartment. Even in your apartment, you can start prepping, you can start gardening. You're watching this video for the first time, you're welcome. This is Victoria of Vicrest Properties. This is Vicrest Real Estate Talk. We'll be talking on the topic: Nigeria real estate and economy meltdown, sustaining the hard times. Please do smash the subscription button of this YouTube channel to subscribe, so you always be notified of every latest updates, every latest notification. You're returning subscriber. Thank you for always watching our videos. Like our page, comment. If you've not subscribed yet, please smash the subscription button of this YouTube channel to subscribe. Please, you can also share with your friends and families. As I go on this topic, I'm going to attach a clip of my little garden in my apartment to this video. In my previous video, I showed you how I started this garden in the house. I told you where I am living right now, where I'm staying right now, is a rented apartment. I didn't build the house, I rented it. So I started this garden. So you don't need to own a house, you don't need to build a house before you can start having garden. Yes. And like I told you in my previous video, all the compound in my house are fully interlocked. No soil, no bare land. fully interlocked. But what I did, I got some container and got soil from where I bought the container, because I bought it in a garden shop. So I got soil there and manure, and I started during the festive period. That's 2023 December 2023, during Christmas period. That was when I got this started this garden. That's when I started the garden, and I showed you when I started it. So what am I saying in essence? Guess what? The things I planted, some of them have started growing, that started germinating. You can see that's the beauty about farming. That's the beauty about gardening. And you know why you need to go into this? If you have this garden in your house, you can plant the things that you really need. You plant the things that are necessary, that you need in your house. Like you have some, maybe let's say 30-40% of what you need in the house, you have it in your garden. That's a plus. You can even go as far as like 70-80%. You have it. Depends on your place, depends on your environment, depends on your house. If you are in a rented apartment, depends on your space. You know, there are some people who rent a house and you rent the full house, maybe a fully detached duplex or semi-detached duplex. They own that part for themselves alone. So you can as well have a garden, at the same time have a poultry by the side. Yes, you have to maintain your environment. You have to maintain the place where you do these things. Yes, you can do that. Or there are some people that rent a fully detached bungalow. You are the only one in the compound. Yes, you can do a lot there. You can have a garden, at the same time have poultry. Yes, if you are the one, if you own the place by yourself, you own the land, if you are the owner of the land, you can do a lot. You can plant, you can have a garden there, you can have a poultry, you can also have a ranch where you can rear goats, ram, cow. Or you own a house, you're the one that owns the house by yourself. You can do a lot. Like I said, you can have a garden there, you can have poultry, you can have a ranch where you can have 1 or 2 cow, or one or two goats. You can have like 80% or even 90% of your food from your garden, meaning you've cut down expenses. Just little thing maybe you can get from the grocery shop that you don't have in your farm. When you are farming, when you're going to garden, number one thing you need to look into, you need to look into your space, what you can do in your space. Make sure you plant or you cultivate things that you really need, things that you can consume. Don't just plant things for planting sake, that you really need in your kitchen, that you really consume. Those are the things you should look into when going to prepping. Those are the number one thing you need to look into. Yes, when I started this, there are some mistakes you can, I did some mistakes. There are some things I planted that have not started growing. I discovered it when I was watching some things on YouTube. Normally they plant with seed, but if you don't have seed, you want to plant with what you already have. Like, take for instance, cucumber, cabbage, carrots. You want to regrow them. You want to regrow some vegetables that you've already used in your kitchen. Place with little water, leave it there for some days, and it will start bringing out roots. The same goes with carrots, the same goes with cabbage, and some other vegetables like your spring onions and many other vegetables that already have roots. You can cut that root part, put it in water, maybe a shallow plate or bowl, put little water there, place it there for it to be growing. You can also be changing the water for like few days, then you start seeing roots coming out, then you can go and plant it. Onion, I just planted it directly. I didn't do this process I'm telling you. So I'm trying to give you some mistakes that I made, just trying to let you know so that you won't make such mistakes when you are prepping, when you are doing your own garden. So you can replant vegetables that you bought. What I did with cucumber, You know, when you cut cucumber and you didn't use it on time, it will start melting. If you have observed it, it will start melting. So it's not a waste. Don't waste it. You can bring out the seed in it, dry it. I will show you what I did in a cucumber. Then for the onion, is for you to cut that edge. You know, you see that hard part on top. That one, that's the part you cut a bit. You cut a bit. That is the place you're supposed to plant. So you can use the other parts to cook. You know, there are some onions that is already growing by themselves. When you kept it, maybe heat started growing by themselves, you can plant it. Why am I saying this? It's to encourage all our viewers here in Nigeria and in diaspora. Our viewers in diaspora, you too, you can also prep. You can also have a garden in your apartment. Wherever you are living there, in your apartment, you can also have a garden there. Even you can also encourage your brothers and sisters here in Nigeria that are always calling you for help, calling you for money here and there. They can also start gardening in your house. Yes, you can also start it. Whether they're in a rented apartment or they own the house, they can also start gardening instead of always asking you, give me. Because you keep giving, it will stop. But when you tell them this and they can start it, you can give them money to start. Maybe to buy the things that they need to use to start planting. And if they start having that, it's a plus for them. And it's a plus for you too. There will not be much pressure on you. Please, stop giving these people money every time. Encourage them. Tell them about this prepping. You can even show them videos. You have a lot of them on YouTube. You can see apartments, a garden. You can see garden in the house that you have in your backyard. You can see in the apartments. Even when you are staying in story building, you can make very good use of it, and you will invest a lot in that little space. So we should encourage gardening, because we cannot keep depending on our government. Our government cannot solve our problems. We need to solve our own problem by ourselves, by helping ourselves to start prepping, gardening the house. If you have enough space where you won't inconvenience other people in your house, in the compound, you can even add poultry by the side or fishery. Yes, you can have a big bowl. You can have a deep bowl, a big bath, and you can do your pond. That can be your pond where you can do your fishery. Or you can have a small space. You can do your snail. Yes, you don't need large space. You don't need to own a land before you can farm. Thank God for technology these days. Thank God for YouTube. You can do a lot of things. Some of you in diaspora, you understand what I'm talking about. You must have seen what I'm talking about. In the Western world, there in America, in Europe, you see people even in top story building having garden, planting flowers, planting vegetables like tomatoes and all of that. So we should encourage that. We should start it, and we should talk to our brothers and our sisters. We should encourage them. Even here in Nigeria, we need it more in Nigeria. We should stop depending on import. Everything, it must be imported. Do you know here in Nigeria, scent leaf, that leaf we call scent leaf, is like gold. And this is what we have here. Even when we were growing up then, you can pluck it in your backyard. But today it's like gold. Even 200 naira scent leaf, you can count the stick. It's maybe up to 5. It looks as if we import it. And this is what we can do in our house. This is what we can have in our house. You don't need to go and be buying. So if we have this when you wash your tomato, you wash your pepper, you know, the seeds sometimes might come out. Those, it can germinate again and bear you more tomatoes. And the beauty about gardening in the house, you will know what you are eating. You eat healthy because you are planting this thing organically. You are not using chemicals, because most of the things we see in our market today are grown with chemicals, dangerous chemicals that is affecting the health of people today. So why can't we start our own garden where we know what we are eating, we plant and grow what we are eating, and we know what we are eating in our system? Do you know vegetable? Like I said in my previous video, people can plant vegetable today, in the next week It's already grown and they're selling it. Imagine the havoc, imagine the danger, the harm it will be causing to our system. Those kind of chemical grown vegetables or food we're eating. Even animal like chicken, like hen, like cow. Imagine you own your own, that you rear your own, you have your own poultry, you have your own ranch where you have like one goat or one cow, and you are feeding on grass. You know what they are eating. When you eat it, it's good for your system. Unlike the one that they feed with chemicals, they feed with dangerous things, dangerous that harm our system. That's why you see today, you see a lot different kind of diseases in the world today because of the chemical they use in these crops, in this food, in the animals and all of that. But in conclusion, we should encourage having garden in the house for food security and for our health purpose, to live healthy, to eat healthy, and also to reduce inflation. So I hope with these few points of mine I'll be able to convince you and not to confuse you. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Victoria of Yasu Vicrest Properties. This is Vicrest Real Estate Talk. Please, you're watching this video for the first time, to smash the subscription button of this YouTube channel to subscribe, so you always be notified of every of the latest updates, every of the latest notification. You're returning subscriber. Thank you for always watching our videos. Like our page, comment. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Encourage us by clicking the subscription button to subscribe. Please, you can also share with your friends and families. I also use this medium to refer you to our other channel at Victoria Obviously, where we talk on the cost of building materials in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. We also help you. You want genuine lands and affordable luxury home, Vicrest Properties also help you do that. We also help you invest wisely. So thank you for watching this video. You have a wonderful Sunday and a blessed week ahead. Thank you.
Welcome to Vicrest little garden. So this is the garden I have in my apartment. So this is our garden right here. You know, I showed you this. I bought this container. I bought these big containers. I bought them during the festive period. So today I improvised. So you can see disposable. So some of this can that I used to buy, vegetable oil, palm oil, I converted in, and you see some other gallon, this water can, disposable water can, I improvise them. So you can see even disposable plates. So you can improvise. So today right now we're going to start. I'm going to do some planting so you can see what I'm planting. I have some seed here. Before we start planting, let me show you something else right here. So you can see, we'll talk about manure. You can prepare your own manure by yourself. How? Those wastage you have in your kitchen when you're cooking, your tomatoes, that the part that you don't need, the plantain, yam, tomato that is bad, some of these vegetables, you can see plantain, you can see all this. So these are your manure. You can convert them to manure. So I'm going to keep them somewhere and add some soil to it, turn to manure. So when I bought this can, I got soil, because you can see everywhere here is interlocked, no soil. So I got soil, they gave me soil. That's what I used to feed this disposable. I bought this manure. You see the manure right here. So what we're going to do today, I just showed you those ones. So I'm going to start planting. So let's move on. So right here, during the festival, I got cabbage. This is the leftover. You can see by the side of the cabbage, some they are springing up, they are sprouting or growing. You can see it's like it's growing. So this is left over. So I'm going to plant it. So let's go. You can see the purple cabbage. You know, this is very expensive here in Nigeria. Let me plant this here. So let me see how it goes. So let me put it at the middle. Let's see. So this is the purple cabbage. cauliflower. I bought it, I couldn't finish it, so it was not getting rotten, so I just want to give it a try and plant it. This is cauliflower, so let me plant it as well. So get our hands dirty. I have some things here. I have this is pepper. You know, I told you in my previous video I bought this for 200. I've planted some. This is the remaining one. They tied it to 200 naira. This is tomato seed. This is fresh pepper seed. This tomato seed. I have garlic. I'm going to plant some garlic. So this is I think this is a wedu. This is A4. So I'm going to start planting them. So watch me as we go. You know, for this let me start with this little bit. You can see the ugu leaf. Yes, when I showed you the first time I showed you, they were just empty bowl, but right now you can see they're already growing. And I added some containers, some disposable, like you saw there. So you can see the ugu leaf. I told you I planted ugu seed. Today they are already, it's growing already. So there are some mistakes I made in this farm. There were some things I planted that didn't come out, like onion, some tomato seed, pepper seed, some things that I planted that didn't. So I learned my mistake that I'm going to explain to you how to avoid this mistake. So I'm going to turn this camera again. I'll show you around again this garden. So why I'm doing this is to encourage you to start start your own garden in your house. You don't need to own a house before you can have a garden. You can see this is a cabbage right here. It's sprouting already. So I bought cabbage, I used it, so the head I planted it. So you can replant the vegetables that you use. I'm going to show you how you can get your seed for planting. There is a cucumber seed. You can see cucumber. This is the seed. I dried it. The part that I cut that was getting bad, so I just squeeze out the seed, wash it and dry it. You can see I dry it in the sun. And these are the seed of pepper seed. So these are the pepper. You have the red bell pepper, the green bell pepper, the yellow bell pepper. So I remove the seed. So these are the seed. These are the seed of this pepper, the red bell pepper, the green bell pepper, the yellow bell pepper. So these are the seed. I dry them up to plant. So for this other seed, this is for cucumber seed. So just to show you how to prepare yours. You don't need to go and buy them. You can, maybe one they're using to cook, you can take from it, like the seed from this one. I'm going to use this to cook. So I got the seed here and I'm drying it to plant. And the seed of the cucumber that I ate, I got the seed from it to dry them out to plant. This is a clip of a video showing you how you can replant your vegetables that you use in your kitchen, so there's no wastage. You can replant them instead of you trashing them, and you grow more fruit, vegetables out of it. You can see this is onion. This head part of it that you trash, you know you can replant it and you have grow onions. So this here is the illustration on how you can replant it. So you follow this step. And talking about the leafing green, you can cut the end part of it. Instead of you trashing it, you can replant it, you can regrow it. So this is how you can do it. Place it in a shallow or a deep bowl with water for some days. You can change the water. When the roots start coming out, then you go and plant it in your bowl or wherever you're planting. So this is cabbage. So instead of you trashing it, you know you can regrow it and you have more cabbage. You can see this clip. This is someone planting right here upstairs. You can see the container is using. You can see this is in the Western world.
those paint buckets or whatever bucket you're not using, you can cut it out and use it. You can see what it did. This is paint bucket. So this is tomato is that I planted, and it's on a story building. You can see it right here. So what I'm telling you in essence is, whether you are upstairs, you're in a many floor building, you can start gardening. You can have a garden in your balcony. You can see what he did here, and you can see the great harvest we make from here. See the tomato right here. I'm going to show you different clips of gardening in the apartment. You can see tomatoes that they have right here with this little space. Okay, so it's another, this here is another one. It's an apartment upstairs. You can see what the person planted here. Varieties of you can see strawberry right there. This is upstairs, oh, an apartment. This is squash. Is this squash or which one? So Zooish. So we have the person planted varieties here. So you can see what he got. This is blueberry. Yeah, in the apartment. Blueberry. This is carrots. Wow. This is onions. These ones are not big. There are some that are bigger. So she's washing the onions that she got from garden. So she's trying to wait to see what she got from her garden. And this is a tomato. And this is upstairs. Why am I showing you this? Is for you to see that you can make garden. You can have garden anywhere. Whether you're on top floor building, wherever. You can see this is on the story building here. That's where she lives here. You can see behind her. You can see story buildings there. You can see car park there. Imagine the floor where she's living there.